Good day, fellow investors. A few days ago, as I'm researching the whole FTSE, I also discussed British American tobacco. I gave my opinion, as you always ask about those opinions, and then I make a quick take. Thank you for your comments, but I got killed, destroyed in the comments, and that's something I want to discuss. So I discussed the company a little bit, you can check the video, but then there were so many reactions how they are committed to pay down debt, they stop the share buyback to lower the debt burden, how they have huge cash flows, comfortable and safe dividend. So a lot of things that long bet investors like about the company, but that isn't in line with what I said. And this was a nice comment, but there were many others. Most of the time I agree with you, Sven, but not this time. Revenue and income is growing. Yeah, a lot of debt and goodwill, but manageable. And that's why I give my opinion. I don't like manageable. I like okay, great, wow. So high dividend, why people are investing, not so bad as I said, but then were many others, some positives. Thank you very much. So highlighting the risk, but you didn't even mention their reduced risk products, etc. Completely disagree with you. Emerging markets will make the difference. Poor Sven, this was a positive one, so quick take and everyone gives out. It's not detailed enough. That would be a long take, lads. Thanks, Stephen. But then far better health than Altria. Tyson Foods will make another quick take in a few days. Then here the others start. Overlook the fact that Bats bought Reynolds. These quick takes are beneath you. So now we start with the attacks. So nothing about what I said or not, but this is an attack on a person. You did not mention the new categories. This video is nonsense. So personal attacks, and all came within 2 hours of the video being published. A lot of comments. So Sven, I advise you to treat tobacco stocks like defense stocks. Just don't talk about them. Sven is very biased towards tobacco stocks, and it shows. A dying business that doubled its revenue in 10 years. Their website is up 20%. Sven, why are you always butthurt in comments? Well, I'm not butthurt. I'm just Mediterranean with an Italian side and a Croatian side and a Dutch rational side. If my Dutch rational side says I'm okay, the Italian side starts yelling and the Slavic side will chop your head off. So just that's what I am. So you haven't seen me mad. You're still alive. So leave mad for some other places. You know, we in East Europe we like to go to war for nothing and kill each other. So that's a different part of the story. The US market is going insane, and Sven is commenting on the most irrelevant stocks and topics. This is a great comment. We'll make a video about this. Though in this case you clearly have no understanding of the company or the industry. This video should be 30 minutes. The Indian market is growing, low and middle income countries. These quick takes are useless if you don't even make a proper analysis of the company. And many, your screening is very shallow, very superficial analysis, one after the other. Poor video, I think you stayed too much on the surface this time. Worst research content, not accurate, very shallow, poorly researched. Thank you, Stefano. So, many comments like that, and I really wanted to discuss this because to me this is the essence of investing. First, I make a quick take, I give you my opinion. As Warren Buffett says, it takes him 3 minutes to know that he will not invest in something. I give you my opinion why I will not invest in tobacco companies, not even British American tobacco. And yes, if you are long, if you like the dividend, if you like what the company offers, then of course you don't agree with me. But this doesn't mean it isn't well researched. I have came to a point where I don't need to do more research because I already don't like what I see from that 3 minute quick take that I made. and longer research that I looked when I look at stock by stock for my research platform traded on the FTSE. Because what I try to do is long term compounding with less risk. For me, this company has too much risk to be considered for some my portfolio, too much risk of being a value trap. And now let's dig deeper as you wanted. What I felt in the comments was a lot of ownership bias, but I get also a lot of research from you. You nailed all the positive points for the company. But I still didn't change my mind because when it comes to this company and investing in general, what I am about is I like to see, okay, what am I having now and how can that develop in 5 to 10 years? That will determine my investing returns now and then in 5 years. That process is whether I will do good as an investor or not. What you are buying now and what everyone focuses is what has happened over the last few years, and that is reflected in the stock price now. But what will happen in the future is what I am working, focusing on, researching on, showing on my research platform, putting my money on, and that's where the difference arises here. Because there is, okay, there is bad risk and reward, not so bad, okay, good, and sell your house and buy it. Where does British American tobacco fit? Maybe between not so bad or bad, maybe in best case it is okay, but that's not something I want. I want to sell my house and buy everything. And then I started making a little bit deeper research as you wanted me to do. And of course, the first thing I see is a recent acquisition of something else. Then I go to the investor presentation, smoke free tobacco products. Smokable segment is everything that makes this company now what it is, the cash flows, the 6 billion available for dividends. But if I look at the presentation, everything on the presentation there is about a different business model. So you have the old business model, the cash cow, that for now is producing great cash flows. But can I determine what will the cash flows be 5 to 10 years from now? I see too much risk in determining that. A lot of you are very focused, know the company, know the sector, know the industry, know emerging markets regulation, know how that will develop over the next 10 years. I have seen countries, emerging markets, going for a lot of smoking to very little smoking in 10 years. So that is also a process that I'm simply not interested in. And I wish you all well. I wish that over the next 10 years, every 5 days, I get a comment, Sven, you were so stupid on this, and that you all make money. I'm fine with that. So my skin is very thick. So I hope this is my next Tesla, where I said it's too much risk and then it just keeps on going, or Nvidia. So I really wish that for you. There's nothing wrong with that. So great. But when I see a new business model, not the one producing the cash flows, completely taking over the investor presentation, promoting something new, I'm not interested in new business models. Why don't you spin off the new business model, because it wouldn't survive on its own, and focus on the cash flows and let it die as a business? That would be the smartest thing to do. But no, you cannot do that, because then you're not the manager you can be. Then you get less money, then you're all about cash flows, dividends, rewarding shareholders, which they are, but I don't know whether smoke free, everything, doing acquisitions, where those can go right, where those can go wrong. So a lot of things there uncertain, and that is also why the stock is priced as it is. The trend is still relevant, and there the competition is there, but the trend is clear, and that's not a trend where I want to invest. Why? Because when you invest in positive growth trends, if you make a mistake, it's easy to correct. If you invest in negative trends, if you make a mistake here, there is no correction, my friend. That's the risk and reward. So I just do what works for me, what worked over the last 20 years for me, and I think it will keep on working. And yes, I will likely be against the current in 98% of the cases. I know it's not a great feeling. The stock market is up 13% the last 3 months. I'm not, but I think that I know what works over the long term, focusing on risk first and then letting the rewards come. That's what I do. You do you. I'll do my opinions on my YouTube channel. Don't get frustrated if those opinions are not in line with your opinions. Make a nice comment, but don't tag the messenger. Wisdom is differentiating between information and the messenger. When you just attack me or something, you are, how did you say in the comments? It's beneath you when you do that. So I'll just keep doing that, and I hope I'll be pissing the hell out of you for the foreseeable future, because if I'm doing that, then I know I'm on the right track. I even pissed 50% of my research platform subscribers last year because I made some changes, and I know you don't like changes. On YouTube, you need consistency, same message, because you want to reinforce your ideas. I'm not same message, I'm not consistency. I'm a risk and reward value investors trying to be rational without emotions. Thanks for watching. Maybe I'll see you in the next video, maybe not. If you like what I do, get the information. If you like the information, great. If you don't like the information, there are plenty of other YouTube channels out there where you can spend your time. So that's life. Thanks for watching, and maybe I'll see you in the next video.